second pot. Yeah. So I already had like 7, 8 cups today. Thing holds about 8 cups. So now we're working on cup 9. Oh my goodness. God, that's good. It is not an optical illusion. Yes, this is a pink shirt. No, the color is not off on your screen. So, testing. If you see pink, then you're seeing the correct color. If you're not seeing pink, then you need to, like, I don't know, adjust your color somehow. Can you do that in Periscope? I don't think you can. Can you do that in your settings? Maybe. I don't know. But just in case you were wondering, am I really seeing him in a pink shirt? Then the answer would be, yes, you are. All right. And it actually, my t-shirt actually says, the road less traveled. And I figured, what better time with a shirt, the road less traveled, than to actually do something educational. I mean, you know, what the hell? Why the fuck not, right? All right, so The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Hey, baby. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for what the passing there had warned them, really about the same. And both that morning equally laid, and leaves no step had trod black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubt I shall ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So, for those of you wondering why the point, like Mary pointed out, is because my shirt, that is pink, says the road less traveled. So I figured, what the hell? Throw a little literature in there, you know, and you know, go with the flow kind of thing. Oh my goodness, it's good. I put a little hazelnut flavoring in my second cup today. Well, not my second cup. The cup that starts my second pot. You thought I'd had a stroke? No, I was actually, when I got the shirt out of the closet, I said, you know, perfect time to read a poem by Robert Frost, because it directly applies to my shirt. Hey, bew. Yeah. So anyway, if you're not seeing pink, something's wrong with the color on your screen. And it's not a bright pink. It's like a soft pink. Oh, by the way, if you like this shirt and you would like to have one like it, shout out to Kohl's. They have these nice, soft t-shirts. And so I bought a couple of weeks ago. They gave me one of those little coupons, you know, where you get so much off. And so then we went back, and then for my birthday, I got a couple more. And, well, actually, I think I ended up getting, what was it, 3? 3 more? So I got like now 5 of these soft t-shirts. And, you know, so anyway, It's kind of in between a medium and a large. So the medium I think would have been just like too tight. If I was a young guy trying to show off my abs or something, then maybe a medium would have been the way to go. But since I'm not trying to show off abs or anything, I'm just an old guy trying to get clothes that fit, then I figure large is good enough. And which is okay, because 9 months ago, before Mary started doing keto, and before I started watching what I was eating, I'm really doing more of a low carb than a keto, but a lifestyle, not diet. Let me put that in there, lifestyle. And I've come down from a 2X down to a large. And I could probably fit in a medium, but it would be tight. So I mean, there'd be no wrinkles like you see here. It'd be like skin tight. But I could fit into it if I had to. So that's kind of cool. And then in pants, I went from a 42 down to where a 34 is loose. So I mean, I could probably squeeze into a 32, 33, but I like to be able to bend in my pants and sit down, and I don't like my underparts directly pressed into my body, which is probably what a 32 would do. I could probably put them on, but they would be like tight. So, we'll stay with the 34, keep them washed, and then that way they're not falling off. But, and I got a pair of 42 pants that I kept to work outside, like in the garden, and when I have to do like painting and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't even unbutton them things. I just like slip them on like you would shorts, and then cinch up the belt enough so they don't fall off. She is. Must be nice to be able to save money by cutting hair of your dog. I can't afford a haircut because every time Emma gets one, it's like, anywhere from $30 to $50. So I'm like, save the money for the dog. She's up on a Friday. Wow, I wonder if she must have to work later today. Maybe she had to get up and get some stuff done before she goes to work. That's a possibility. Well, you would cut my hair. You did cut my hair for years. It's Saturday. There you go. She's up this early after a Friday night. I guess that's the way we should be looking at it then. You have cut my hair for years, and that's true. But I'm like, I don't really want it cut. I don't have anybody that I have to go impress. I'm not working a job that requires me to keep my hair a certain length. So, just let it grow. So you plan on being stoned later today? I don't know. I might have a puff or two later myself. But right now, I'm just sitting out enjoying the nice breeze outside. It is supposed to rain, so we did turn on the air conditioner just now. Turned on the air conditioner because, oh my God, we got a bot in already. I got 2 people in, and one of them's a bot. Because it's so humid, and it's supposed to warm up. So we did turn on the air conditioner. I was hoping to wait till June, but with the humidity like it is, and us fixing to have a couple of hot days, we closed it up so it could start pulling some of the moisture out of the air. And especially since, we got company in town that'll probably be coming up later and all of that kind of stuff. And that way they're not suffering with the heat etc., kind of stuff, you know. We don't want to like get in an emergency and have to cut on the air and then all of a sudden the air conditioner frees up. So we like got it on so it can be, you know, pulling the humidity out a little bit at a time, and then that way everything will be cool for later. But you know, humidity right now is super high. I went down in the basement today, and I had emptied the dehumidifier down there yesterday, and it was flat full this morning. So dumped it again so that it can pull some more of the moisture out of the basement and out of part of the house and all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully that will help, especially since the unit sits in the basement and the intake for the air conditioner is in the basement. So pulling the air, the moisture out from down there has got to help it to keep it from freezing up, kind of thing, you know. Yeah, it got to be summer, and you know, it's crazy. Of course, I haven't been drawing a lot of people lately anyway, but you know, still, you know, it's a Saturday morning, mid-morning. People should be awake. It's like after 10:30. Yeah, you can come out here. Absolutely, you can come out. But sure, bring Emma out so she can run around before it rains. And it's a little cool, but it's not terrible. There's a light breeze. I think you'll be okay. Oh my God. Boy, that's good. Nothing like a good cup of coffee. And I got this pour over pot. Okay, absolutely. I'll like talk to myself until you get out here. Maybe someone will show up to talk to me, but if they don't, I'll keep talking until you get out here. Anyway, I got this pour over pot, and it is really good. I think that next to French press, it is probably my favorite way to drink coffee. And it's just about as easy as doing the French press. And you know, you can control how strong you want the coffee, same way you can in a French press, of course. You can control how strong you want the coffee without a lot of it going to waste, as far as, oh man, I put all this coffee in there and I could like get a second pot off of the same grounds. Now, you know, and our luck with regular coffee pots like Mr. Coffee's, oh my God, in the last 5 years, I've gone through 3 or 4 of those and a Keurig, because they develop leaks in them. Maybe they don't do that for other people. Maybe they don't drink as much coffee as I drink, and that's part of the reason. But because I'll drink anywhere from 6 to 15 cups a day, you know, that's a lot of coffee and a lot of coffee making. So, you know, our last Mr. Coffee, which was like a 1.5 years old, sprung a leak, and it's like every other pot, you're getting like water leaking on the counter. And that's kind of pissy, so we got rid of it and got this pour over. And I am thoroughly enjoying the pour over. And believe it or not, you can make coffee with the pour over just as about as quick or quicker than a Mr. Coffee will make your coffee. Only thing is, you can't walk off. You got to be there, you know, to like pour it in the little circle around and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. But hey, that makes your coffee more individualized and makes you appreciate it that much more when you have to like put a little work into making your coffee, rather than just going out and flipping a switch, you know. So coffee now these days gets a little bit more individual love and attention. you know? Whew. Oh, man. I am so surprised that there's no one around. That I've had a peak of 3 people, and one of those was a bot. Wow. You know, and I was going to talk about wise things today. Give out free advice. You know, all of that kind of good stuff. But, oh well. Such is life, you know. I'm not going to let it upset me. I'm just going to keep on moving. Say, tell you, give you some wise advice. Problem is, you're always around my wise advice. So, I mean, you know, but how to handle a weird hubby? You just go with the flow, baby. Just go with the flow. And not let it upset you, and just say, well, this too shall pass. And in years to come, is it really going to matter that he's a little weird? Am I still getting the things in life I need? And if you're still getting the things in life you need and some of the things you want, then, you know, don't worry about it too much. There was actually more people up here on the trail yesterday when Emma and I went for a walk. Hey, Balboa, how's it going? Where are you from? I've seen the name before, but, you know, I don't remember these things. Right now, I'm looking out at a fucking rabbit. There's a rabbit out in the yard. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Let me see if I can. No, well, let me move a little bit. So where are you from, Balboa? It's probably going to run off before I can get out to where you can see it. It moved behind the bush. California. All right. All right, so if you look at the bottom of that bush behind the flowers, right up under it, there's a rabbit. By the way, the clementines bloom. Clematis, not clementines, clematis bloom. There you go. So anyway, yeah, that's what we're up to. Watching the rabbits, looking at the garden, drinking my second pot of coffee, enjoying the morning, and just chilling out. Getting ready. We're going to go meet our dog and his mom for lunch, but, you know, that's not for a while yet. So, you know, how's the weather out there in California? It is a beautiful morning here. Beautiful. Sun's out, there's a light breeze blowing. Oh my God, it's probably in the low 70s, high 60s. You know, it's going to get hotter later and it's going to rain, but right now it's beautiful. Cold, not sunny. How unusual for California, right? To be cold and not sunny. I thought you guys were the creators of sunshine. You know, all the commercials for California are always showing the beautiful sunny weather. Sort of like Washington is trying to discourage people by saying it's rainy all the time. Well, it's not rainy, it's cloudy and it drizzles. Been a gloomy overcast lately? Well, our weatherman here has not been right yet. I mean, they changed the weather report. You know, it used to be how you would get the weather and then it would be that. Well, here, they're not changing the weather report every hour, it seems like. So, you know, they'll say, oh, it's going to rain at 10 o'clock. And then you look around 9 o'clock and saying something must be blowing in pretty quick if it's going to rain by 10 o'clock. And then you look at the weather report again, it says, no, it's going to rain at 1 o'clock. So, you know, then you're just going, okay, cool, 1 o'clock, get my morning chores done, you know, enjoy the morning sunshine and all of that kind of stuff. And then comes 1 o'clock, they've changed it again. It's like they're changing the weather report here 4, 5, 6 times a day. And eventually it does rain. I mean, don't get me wrong, they eventually get it right. But, you know, I'm in the wilds of Pennsylvania. So I'm totally on the opposite side of the country from you, Balboa. Totally on the other side of the country. I'm in the, and way up in latitude probably than you are. So I'm up in the central part of PA, in the Appalachian Mountains, in a little mountain valley up here, you know, little community of like 250 people, most of us retired, bunch of summer homes up here, you know, that kind of thing. Nearest grocery store to me is like 30 minutes away. So I don't drink milk, I drink heavy cream, you know, mainly just for coffee or for cooking. But if you need to go get a gallon of milk, it's like at least an hour trip by the time you go down and you get it and you get back. So, you know, we usually keep a lot of stuff on hand so that whenever we do go to town, then we can get whatever we need then. Hey, Will Gamble, where are you from? We got Balboa from California. I'm in Pennsylvania, the wilds of PA. And where are you from? Oh, I guess he decided I wasn't smoking when I said second pot. Oh, go Steelers. All right, so you're in PA here somewhere, huh? Okay. By the way, if you're not seeing pink, something is wrong with your screen. Where's the weed? Well, Mary's going to come out and probably do a little wake and bake here in a little bit, but I absolutely love it out here. You know, we're on an acre and a half. We're on an acre and a half in this little community, and from March to October, we have to deal with tourists. You know, we personally don't have to deal with them. Most days I don't wake and bake, but she does, and she smokes pretty consistently because she's a medical patient. But for me, it's like recreational. So, you know, I'm probably going to smoke later today, but probably not this morning. But Mary will be smoking here in a little bit. She's on her way out. So, but yeah, she's a medical patient. It is legal in this state. So, you know. Yeah, you know, I get a little bit from time to time. I'm not really what you would call a stoner. Now, Mary might be closer to what you would call a stoner because she smokes consistently. She had a weed channel for a long time, you know, that kind of thing. But me, I'm just like an occasional drinker when it comes to smoking. You know, I get a little bit occasionally, but not on a steady basis. Some guys in here want to know, where's the wake and bake this morning?
Oh, right here it is.
And I told them you were on the way, that you'd be smoking a little bit. You think they put some good products out there for us? They're still awful expensive. They're still awful expensive here, though. So, I mean, you know, that's
where you're at.
Yeah, well, where we're at, the nearest dispensary is like 45 minutes away, and then the other dispensary is like an hour and 30 minutes away, and it's still pretty expensive where we're at. But I guess the stuff seems to be pretty good quality, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's good quality. You know, we hate the fact that it's all sealed up. You want me to show you so he can get his wake and bake going on? There we go. There you go. So get your wake and bake going on. I am in, we're in Lycoming County, PA. So you're in Butler County? Yeah, we're in Lycoming. So if the weed is a lot cheaper where you're at, man, and you're in PA, we might make a day trip that way. But you know, it's like crazy.
Are you in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, he's in Butler County, he said.
Okay. The grams here, the eighths here are costing us $60 an eighth.
Don't come that way, you're in the armpit. Okay.
Anyway, our $60 an eighth of an ounce is $60 here. Okay. I just talked to Soundrun. I don't know if you know Soundrun, Experiment Soundrun. Floyd.
Out in California, Redding, California.
Right. He's in California. He just bought an eighth for $20 in Humboldt County. Makes me sick.
So that's the kind of thing that aggravates us, because we lived in Washington a couple of years, and you know, fuck, you could get what was it, a half for like $80.
I could get an ounce for $180.
An ounce for $180 in Washington, and here an eighth is $60. So I mean, you know, it's like crazy expensive. Crazy expensive.
But it's good. It's very good. It's good quality. I mean, it compares to Washington. I have no problem with. I have smoked weed in Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Colorado, a couple of other illegal places. Grown. And
$200 an ounce.
That's good. That's
good.
Still
cheaper than it is here.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, here an ounce is like, God, $360.
Yeah, in a dispensary.
Yeah, in a dispensary, that's crazy. So I mean, even if you're in the armpit, if you can get a good quality weed for
just hope that
from the weed man.
Right,
Okay.
from the weed man, we get it too. Listen, whatever you do, vote for for us to grow. Will you grow if we get the ability to grow? Because I sure will.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the chance when it's not legal, but they make it legal. They make it legal. I'm going to be putting some plants in. You better believe. I'll be sending to Holland for some of those fucking king crop seeds, you know. Because I figure $100 worth in seeds, I probably could grow enough to keep Mary in stock for a year.
He likes me, Storm.
$25 a gram. God,
Damn.
that's pretty good. Is it good stuff? I mean, you know, do you know what it is?
Is it clean?
Is it clean? Or is it like some of that butane shit? It's a good wax? Well, that's good. That's good.
I opened some lemon pledge last night.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Lemon pledge was good?
Yes.
Okay.
Honey oil mostly. Hey, honey oil smokes just as good, doesn't it? Shatter at times.
Yeah, Mary's not
we were talking about
picky about
shatter
that.
last night. What's your name? Will Gamble. We were talking about shatter last night. And we were talking about the only thing great about shatter is the fact, the bad part about shatter is the fact that when it does shatter and you don't break it right, it can fly any fucking where. And I swear, I think I've lost at least a gram of shatter flying off into the distance somewhere. Because I don't smoke a whole gram at a time. I hope you're not one of those. I smoke little bits at a time.
microdose.
But I don't know. Do you know Silence Tippy? Do you know any of the weed tubers? Silence
Big name
Tippy.
ones?
I was sitting next to her on a couch. She's a very big weed tuber. Sitting next to her on a couch in Seattle one day, and she hit her. She was just trying to get this little nub off of her shatter, and it flew up and landed right here in her hair. Oh, God. Getting that out was.
Guess what? She smoked it anyway. Well, she could get out anyway.
Right. She said she could smell it for days. I've had it go in my hair. I've had it go on the freaking carpet.
Yeah.
Might as well. I don't waste anything, honey. I've been known to grind up a stem or two. Right?
But
Hell with the stem tea. Hell with the stem tea. Just smoke the damn stems.
there you go.
After you smoke a bowl or two, you don't care you're smoking stems.
As long as you're smoking, right? But, yeah, I mean, if we could get the right to grow, I would definitely be planting. But the But the damn cops up here, they are crazy, crazy, crazy. They're, you know, they arrest people that even have medical cards, trying to throw charges on them, and then, you know, just cost them lawyer fees and shit. So, you know, unless they actually make it legal to grow, you can only imagine what they would do to somebody growing up here. I mean, a bunch of fucking bumpkins drive me crazy sometimes. Hey, Ingles, how's it going? Hadn't seen you in a while.
Hey, Ingles, I'm here.
So, but yeah, we're sitting out here enjoying the morning cool, you know, relaxing. I got my coffee. Mary's got her lemon water. She's doing her morning wake and bake, and I'm just like,
look,
chilling out.
Our cleanliness.
That's what I showed them when I was trying to show the bunny up under the bush, but it didn't show. But yeah, both of them are blooming. So it looks like a time for you to go get a close-up picture, huh?
Exactly.
But, yeah. So anyway, what's everybody else up to out there? California, they said, was cold and dreary looking. Visiting family. Where you visiting family at, Ingles?
You poor thing. Must be horrible.
You started following her because of her keto scopes? Yeah, well, Mary does mainly carnivore now.
Thank you,
but
Will.
she does do keto when she's not doing carnivore.
I had 4 olives yesterday.
Yeah, that was her vegetable yesterday. 4 olives. You know. Whereas me, my vegetable yesterday was like an onion. Yeah, I had an onion. And then my vegetable the day before was an onion, and I managed to get her to take what, 1 slice
I took a
of
slice.
sauté. Trying to find a place to swim. Yeah. Well, yesterday would have been a perfect day for me to be out paddleboarding. The current would have been a little strong, but it was a beautiful, beautiful day. You know, today it's going to rain this afternoon, but this morning probably would have been a good time to go too. I don't know. So I got to get the paddleboard down, get back out on the lake, the river, and get with it. Well, Balboa asked you, is eating meat better? She thinks it is.
It depends on what your goal is. It depends on what your goal is. I don't think I could eat just 100% meat, because I eat eggs and cheese and cream.
Florida. Woo.
And then I will use some condiments that have vegetables in them, you know, like pepper, you know, stuff like that. But as far as simplicity and as far as getting full and staying full, I think that, and you can lose weight on it now. Sometimes you'll just stay the same on it. It depends. I mean, I don't know. You just still have to have a calorie deficit, even though you shouldn't count calories. But you don't really count macros on it either, because you just eat meat and fat and get your electrolytes until you're full.
So her favorite meal now.
But I'm very insulin resistant, so the further down my carbs will go, the better off I am. And that's virtually carnivore, so that's why I went there.
Her favorite meal now has become a burger,
yeah,
with a different cheese on top of it. And you know,
they don't know I didn't used to eat. I didn't eat a hamburger for 30 years.
Yeah, she would not eat red meat at all. And now her favorite meal is to eat a burger with some kind of cheese on it. You know, sometimes she'll have like 1 slice of sautéed onion, or maybe 1 mushroom.
Yeah, I buy mushrooms one at a time.
She usually does not have mushroom and onions. Matter of fact, I don't think she's had that. But she'll have one or the other.
Listen.
And she'll use like blue cheese, or she'll use like Colby or sharp cheddar, you know, something like that. And that's her meal.
And I'm full, aren't I?
Yeah, and she's full. Now, I eat 2 of them. I'll be honest with you.
You need to. You know, I'm not cutting the grass and cutting
You need crunchy foods. We eat a lot of pork rinds.
Pork rinds.
We eat a lot of pork rinds. And even though nuts are not the best thing, you know, we'll eat pecans
It
with a
is
little
easy
butter,
to shop, isn't it?
with a little butter melted on them with salt, and that's pretty good. And that's that kind of gives you a little bit of a crunchy
What
something.
is that? Is that
Somebody's
lawnmower?
lawnmower back on the other side over there of the trail.
Okay.
So I mean, you know, so pork rinds, pecans with a little bit of butter
Yeah,
and
and
salt.
if you do things like salad, then eat salad. Eat some really crunchy dark leafy lettuce or celery. You know, I figured out. Sorry, I can't talk to these people. I figured out that my salads and my stuff like that was only a vehicle for the fat that I was eating. I was eating a lot of homemade high-fat dressings and stuff, which was helping me meet my macro goals. But once I figured out I don't need that stuff to carry my, you know, my fat, then, and I started eating fat, more animal fat in the right way kind of thing, you know, not processed, because even homemade feels processed to me at this point. But it worked. What else was I going to say? I don't know, because I'm getting stoned. Here's Lex again. I keep hijacking it.
Yeah.
Ranch. I use blue cheese a lot. Blue cheese is not
higher
in fat than protein. But don't eat anything low fat.
And also, you need to look at the ingredients of the ranch dressing and everything you're eating.
Another thing is,
make sure you're not getting soy oil. And a lot of the dressings are using soy oil.
Soy or canola
or
any of
canola.
that.
So,
the real important thing is to leave off those bad oils, because they cause inflammation.
Yeah.
They're not doing you any good. They're full of oxalates. You're going to get gout.
So,
Blah, blah, blah.
So, you know, and if you go to Pinterest, there's a couple of really good dressings on there that you can make yourself that kind of bypasses that thing of soy oil. One of Mary's favorite is Dijon mustard.
I love
Not
that.
honey Dijon,
Just
Dijon mustard
ground
with
Dijon.
with olive oil
Emma.
and you know, some herbs in it. Like I'll put parsley, oregano, you know, some different things like that in there, and then she uses that for her dressing, and she actually likes it pretty well. And then it cuts out of all of those bad things. She also found a mayo that is,
Primal
what is it,
Kitchen.
Chosen Foods,
No,
Primal Kitchen,
Primal Kitchen, I think.
that
Primal
doesn't
Foods.
have the soy oil in it. And she just bought one the other day at Chipotle. Is that right?
Chipotle and lime.
Chipotle
Mayo.
lime mayo. And so,
It's made with avocado or oil. That's why I can't be 100% carnivore. Come here, girl. What you been doing?
Yeah.
Come here.
so trying to be 100% is crazy because she likes to have her, you know, with her tuna. She actually put the Chipotle lime mayo with her tuna the other day, and 4 olives. So she got some carbs from the olive oil. She got some carbs from the avocado oil rather, and from the olives. But 2.9. So even with the tuna salad, she ended up with like 2.9 carbs. So I mean, it's like dirty carnivore, you know. And I don't know if they could cheese. Do they consider the cheese carnivore?
Yeah.
So, you know,
A
so
lot of people, I mean, strict carnivores don't.
strict carnivores don't. But
But some strict carnivores eat raw, and I won't do that.
yeah,
I'm
I'm not into eating raw meat.
Well, I can't afford the sickness you can get off of it.
Yeah, I don't mind eating something medium well, but I don't want anything that's raw or rare or anything like that.
Did you cut this grass back here?
No, this is the one piece I missed.
Oh, good.
It'll be okay. It's not that tall. It'll be
I want
fine.
to cut these things, but I don't have any reason to.
Scissors?
Yeah, but I got to put them in something.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can go get a bag in a little while and bring you the pruning shears. Okay.
Gonna sneeze.
They may not get pruned to tonight because I don't know what time it is. Hey, Silent Dad, how's it going where you're at, man? Hey, Silent, how's it going where you're at? Sitting out here enjoying the morning. It is about, it's the low 70s right now, but it's going to get on up and it's pretty humid. But the only thing that's helping me out is well, she's right here. And she has done her, she has been doing her morning wake and bake and everything. It's nice in Illinois. Okay, good.
Our dog's here.
Yeah, our dog's
not
here.
Right here, but he'll be right here in a little while.
We're fixing to go have lunch with him in a little while. And then we're going to, like, I don't know, do something. And then they'll come back up here. And, you know, we'll figure something out up here, too.
Yeah, we'll just sit and talk quietly. No smoking.
Yeah. Get our own scope. Yeah. You going to drink until you feel nothing at all? Okay. Just remember the hangover, man. The hangovers are like, I guess some people, though, they drink so much, they never get to the point where they experience the hangover.
Well, that's called an alcoholic. Alcoholics don't usually get hangovers. They're just in a constant state of blah.
You're going to feel something, huh? Yeah, they'll feel something.
Damn,
all
that's
right.
Black coffee.
Yeah, look at the bottom of that.
Whoa, that's black. You want a lemon water?
No, I don't want any lemon water in my coffee. Oh my God. Better than what you're feeling right now?
I'm sorry, are you sick? Silent lucidity? I didn't call you. What you doing, girl?
Well, the garden grows pretty good. Right now, it looks like I've got some lettuce that's beginning to break ground over there. Maybe a few beans have started to break ground. The tomatoes and peppers are looking good. The marigolds are looking great. You know, the Krakow and I got to get back out there later. Makes you sweat looking at the bottom of the coffee? Yeah. Well, see, when you get pour over, look at all that. Look at that residue there in the bottom of that pot. Woo.
Same thing with what you call it.
You know, same thing with French press. I mean, it does the same thing. But, because you don't really have a filter. You have a wire mesh filter. And I found out that using a filter inside the wire mesh filter is just a fucking mess. So I'd rather have a teaspoon of dab the coffee resins. I don't know about that.
Look at this shit. Look at this
I
on
just
my
cleaned
table.
it yesterday, yeah.
Oh my God, we're going to have to clean
Pollen
it
is
again.
horrible right now.
Okay, I'm going to take pictures of my clematis.
Okay.
Oh,
cleaned off the table yesterday, and it's got a little film of pollen on it now already. Yeah, it's all antioxidant. I think that if you look at, I don't know if you can see my cup, but it's pretty dark. Now the first cup, that was on the first pot. On the first pot of the first cup, I put in about 2.5, 3 tablespoons of cream. And then when I got to the second pot, I added like a tablespoon of hazelnut sweetener. So, I mean, you know, right now we're just drinking the coffee, and I just add to it. Hey, Fall, where are you from? And I saw someone else come in. Follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Yeah, come back and join me. Talk to me. Yeah. Well, I French press too. And so between the French press and the pour over, you do get that little residue on the bottom. But I'm okay with that because, you know, it makes a damn good cup of coffee, the rest of it. Much better much better than you can get from any kind of drip coffee pot, and much better than you can get from any kind of Keurig. So it takes a little more work to do a French press and a pour over. Oh my God, we got a bot already. That's my second bot today. I haven't had bots in a long time, and now today I'm like 2 bots. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So you got a pretty picture?
I got some pretty pictures, but I had to walk.
Yeah, you had to
I
walk.
had to walk.
Poor baby.
In the yard, in the sun. I had to walk
In
in
the
the yard
walk
in
in
the
the
sun.
sun. Here you go. Take your puff, and everybody can see. There we go. You see if wind's blowing because it like blew right off.
Let me show them my minutes.
Okay, show them your clematis.
Isn't that pretty?
So that's right out there. Hey, HB Picker.
There's another one.
So that's right out there on the garden fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 2 of those.
Isn't that pretty?
We used
have
to. Well,
3.
we actually have 3.
But the other
We
one's
used
in
to
the
have
shade
4.
and it's not going to go.
We used to have 4, but one of them died, and then the other one it like grows, but very rarely does it flower. How's it going, HB? What's going on where you're at today? That's good that Emma's running around a little bit, tire her out a little bit, you know. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, not much going on where you're at. But I guess I could walk out and show them the part of the garden over the fence or through the fence. But we got, here, let me walk out there and show you part of it.
And
And then I can show a close-up picture of the thing.
Okay, it's 11:33.
Oh, then we need to soon be getting ready to go. Okay, let me slip behind you here. Yeah, let's see the garden. There's not much going on in the garden yet, but, you know, show you what we got. Here's those flowers Mary was talking about. Showed you pictures of. So, right here, they're not up yet. We got lettuce and onions. Well, I see some of the onions, but I don't think you can see them. Tomatoes and squash right in there. We do have some zucchini popping up right there. Zucchini and squash. A bunch of marigolds over here. Let's look over here. Oh my goodness. Yay. Look, we got all kinds of beans coming up. So the beans are coming up. That's good. Glad to see it. So yay, we got green beans coming up. Got zucchini, squash coming up. The tomatoes and the peppers are all still alive. So that's good to know. That's good to know. All righty. Whew. Well, anything to say to anybody before I sign off, baby? Or you want to talk to them a minute and me go to the bathroom, or?
Well, only to keto on.
Okay, keto on.
Carnivore
Well, here,
strong.
we have some people from Kansas and all. I'll let you talk to them for a minute, and let me go take this up, and I'll be right back.
Oh, how were the storms? Were you hit by any of the storms that just happened in Kansas? You know, I didn't hear any. I mean, wasn't there horrible storms? And there's nothing on the news about them. It's like, you know, is that not crazy? But I'm not really watching the news. I meant the news like on the internet news. Emma's looking for her daddy now. He shut the door and she's standing there like, dejected. It's okay. She's like, woof, you know. 1 week, I know, and we're getting rain about every third day, and it's starting to get really warm, like high 70s and the early 80s, I call them, and yeah. So I want to do them because I want to can them. Because I will eat green beans, you know, when I decide to eat beans. But whatever. Everything's waterlogged, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I like to can things because up here we lose our power a lot, and Lex and I go off for the weekend, 1 and 2 day trips a lot. We do more 1 and 2 day trips than we do long trips. So if our power goes out, we're not here, we could lose everything in freezers. So canning it, we can't. It was in the 60s, then now it's 79. See, it was doing that for like 3 weeks now. It would be really hot one day, and the next day it would be like 30 degrees colder. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hi, Tismes. I am married. Lex is in the house. I guess I'm filling in. I don't know, guys. Is that what you call it? But anyway, we're going to meet our dog for lunch. And then I may fly him with a little carbs. I don't know if he'll do it or not. I'm not going to have one. I'm going to stand firm, but it's going to kill me to watch him eat it if he gets one. But that's a soft Amish pretzel. And then what else? Then we don't know what we're doing.
I go to the farmer's.
Our dog from there?
Market.
No, our dog from Periscope. You know our dog that comes in all the time.
He's in West Virginia. He's from
visiting.
West Virginia.
No, he's not from here. He's from West Virginia. He's here visiting us.
Yeah. Are you going to braid my hair, or am I just going to put it back?
I'll braid it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're
So you
having
want
a
to
good
let
time.
him watch you braid my hair?
Oh my God, no.
No.
No, I might cuss.
You might cuss.
I might cuss.
I don't care if you cuss.
Oh, I don't care if you care if I cuss, but I care if I cuss.
As long
Oh,
as
I only cuss in my own things.
No.
I only show skin in my own scopes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I can't. If I show my skin here and I do my cussing here, then they're not going to come to my scopes to hear it.
No,
Then you'll get the people, and I won't get the people.
They'll still come to yours, regardless. Because you're more fun than I am.
Well, I can certainly tell a joke better.
That's true. I am not a good joke teller. I can tell
You're
stories.
a good straight man for me, though.
I can
Very
tell
good straight
stories, but I'm not really good at jokes. You know, I can talk about
He has no timing
life events.
on jokes. He has other timing.
and
that's
all of that
pretty
kind of
good.
stuff. And my sense of humor is kind of dry. So, you know, it's like,
No, really? They all know this. They've heard you, okay?
yeah.
Unless they're brand new. And if you're brand new, then stick around, because if you're replaying this as a strange person.
Oh, if you didn't hear the poem at the beginning, then, you know, you might want to listen to the poem at the beginning and replay. I actually read Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. Because I'm wearing a shirt
Less
that says,
traveled.
The
What do you
Road
mean
Less
not-
Traveled. And it kind of tied into, made me think of Robert Frost, and The Road Not Taken. So I figured, what the hell? Let's do a little literature poetry this morning to start things out. So yeah, if you like Robert Frost, you want to hear the poem, it's at the beginning. Replay. And to all you people that do replay, that finally made it to this point, appreciate it.
Woohoo!
Appreciate it. Seems like I get most of my views from replays, which is kind of sad, because if more people would come in and talk to me, then, you know, it would...
You'd get a lot better, smoother information if you would ask him a
It
question.
would spark me on to other tangents.
Because I guarantee you, he can talk for hours. Now, this is one of my problems, is that he will talk to you guys for an hour, and then he's dead silence with me, doesn't say a fucking word.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I used not to talk much in the summertime because I would talk all day long when I taught. And now it's like, okay, I'll talk when I'm on scope, but then after that, I don't do much talking lots of times. You know, I'll go like an hour and not say a word, sometimes half a day and not say a word, and Mary will go, well, what the fuck are you mad about? I'm going, I'm not mad. I'm feeling fine. Well, you hadn't said anything all day long.
That's
And I'm going, okay, it doesn't mean I'm mad just because I don't talk, you know. But anyway, all right, bicyclist on the trail this morning.
Yeah, they'll be bicycling until it rains.
With this being a holiday weekend too, they will be burning this trail up every moment it's clear, you know. Yeah. So I mean, you know, I'm a retired teacher, and like I say, when I was working, oh my God, I would just talk all day long. And you know, and kids would be like, well, how do you know this stuff? And I'd go, well, a couple of reasons. First of all, I read. and then second of all, you know, I've been saying some of this same stuff for like 20 years. So, you know, it's like part of my memory. And they go, oh, okay. I said, and I'm telling you so that when you're my age, you'll still know it. And, you know, you can say, oh, yeah, I learned that in Mr. Wright's class when I was like 12 years old.
Well,
what do you mean you don't know that?
It was funny. The older you got, that, you know, at first you were the same age as the parents, and then the kids would come in and go, "You're my dad's age," and then they started coming in and go, "You're my grandpa's age."
Yeah. What's bad is when you start teaching the kids of the kids you started teaching when you started.
Exactly.
That's when it gets really rough, you know. And then one of the districts I left, I had like 2 or 3 parents get downright mad that I was leaving because they were going, well, we got one more kid coming up. We was planning on them having you. And I'm going, oh my God, you know, I've already taught like 2 or 3 of your kids each, and you got another one coming. Maybe it is time for me to retire, you know. But when you've taught like entire families of kids, it's like, maybe it's time to go. Maybe it's time to go. You know. Or you look at the kid and go, yeah, I remember what your mama was like. Apple don't fall far from the tree.
And catch some rainwater to water my herbs with.
You could set it up. I could set it up. You could set it up. Maybe the wind won't blow it over. All depends upon how strong the wind is.
Oh, that's true.
You know, all depends upon how strong the wind is.
I just wanted 9 crud water.
Yeah. Well, we don't have crud water. Our water's going to be fine. Nothing wrong with our water. Alrighty. Well, I guess I better go so we can be getting ready. It'd be terrible of us to be late. So, guess we better go.
Yeah.
So, talk to you guys later. Join in. Mary will probably be scoping sometime or another before long. Yeah, we'll tell our dog hi for you.
We will.
And, yeah, have a great day. You too. Have a great day. If you're not following, follow. Lex Country 1, Mary Loves Lex, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope. What else?
I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, look for us. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye now.